Sup, Reitanna? It's Reitanna Seishin here. I'm feeling moody, and it's not for any situational reason, and it might be a little bit of the fact that won't be able to get all of my medication until January, but it's mostly because I'm a woman, and when you're a woman, you have this thing called PMS, and it makes you sad and irritable for no reason. So yeah, I have to deal with that. I started feeling it yesterday. I'm like, why do I feel so sad? I'm like, oh no. No! And, yep. There she blows. Reitanna, that's gross! Sorry. Anyway, I wanted to make this video, telling, those of you who use Source Filmmaker, and those of you who are Muffins fans and fans of Minkie Pie, I have a surprise for you! Well, I'm not going to say commission because he didn't ask for anything in return, which I really feel like he should have at least asked for points or something because it's amazing. But he made a model for Minkie Pie for Source Filmmaker that's not just a recolor of Pinkamena. So, I don't know if he has it available for download to the public quite yet. I asked him to. But you can see the picture of her, and I will leave a link to the pictures he's used her model in, and the time-lapse video, which I will leave a link, but you can also find it in the fan videos playlist. And I think she looks incredible. Like, I'm really impressed that this person was able to complete her so quickly, and that he did such a great job. He acted really modest about his skills, so I didn't expect it to be, like, amazing. But she looks great. She looks fantastic. I personally do not know how to use Source Filmmaker. I haven't looked up any tutorials or anything. Usually I can figure out a program by myself if I give myself time to tinker with it. But when I tried to use Source Filmmaker, I could not figure it out. So, if I ever do give myself the time to figure it out or look up tutorials and whatnot, then I will definitely use her. And also, watching his speed-lapse video of making her made me miss the good old days when I knew how to use 3ds Max. He uses Blender, which I don't know how to use, but the last time I used 3ds Max was when I was 18. So that was 8 years ago. 18 to 26 is 8 years? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Reitanna is dumb. I can math! It's like I can only know 4 moves. Reitanna is trying to learn math. Erase 1 move to make room for math? And Perkaman. Anyway. So go check those things out. If I gave myself the time, I'm sure I could learn Blender. It would be so amazing to relearn a 3D program to, be able to do my own pony stuff and other things too. Like I could do a lot of stuff, but I wasn't fantastic with 3ds Max. I was definitely super novice. So, and it sucks about that program because you buy it, but you're only buying it for a year. And, it's expensive, so I only was able to get it because at the time I was a student. So, yeah. I'm not a student anymore, so... Yep. As for the moodiness, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I was gonna mention how stupid I feel about something. For those of you who watch me on DeviantArt, do you remember my little, custom My Little Pony figure of Minkie Pie? Yeah. Do you see a problem with her? Cause when I made her, I was like, something's not right. something's not right. What's wrong with her? I can't tell what's wrong with her. Well, and it's because I put the hair on her other side in front of her ear instead of behind it, and I feel so dumb, and I didn't even realize it until, what's his YouTube name? His YouTube name is, Bartosz Konarski. I probably butchered that. But anyway, I noticed it. I was like, huh, her hair is behind the ear. Wait a minute. So I went and looked at all of my vectors of her, and I was like, her hair is behind the ear. So why did I make it different on a custom model? It's like I was envisioning the hairstyle that I gave her human version, her Equestria Girls version, because obviously she don't got ears, so... And I feel so stupid, and I worked so hard on her, and I'm like, I should just fucking remake her. I mean, I don't want to. It took so long. It was so hard, but... I mean, I'm I am literally my own worst critic. If I don't get something right, and this is a problem with me that I cannot help, I cannot fix it, I'm going to repeat that. I cannot fix this. Okay? And for those of you who are quote unquote healthy in the mind, won't understand what I mean when I say I cannot fix this. If I make a mistake, I will literally sit there and tell myself, why do you even try? Why are you even doing this? People don't care about this. It sucks. Look at it. It's trash. You're trash. You're worthless. You shouldn't have even done this. You wasted your time. You wasted your energy. And you're a fucking piece of trash. Just give up. And I am not over-exaggerating. And this is when I say that people need to respect those who cannot take quote-unquote criticism, because now the definition of quote-unquote criticism is insulting everything that you did to your project. And I already can see the mistakes. I already know where I need to fix things. I learn from myself. I don't need anybody's help, believe it or not. I am, by definition, what you would call an introvert, but I'm not one of those people who, live the label. That's weird. But it's true. I work better alone. I am an alone person. I only need a couple of people in my life, in my real life. Otherwise, I work alone. In school, hated group projects. I despised them. I've always worked alone. And that's why I don't do collaborations. That's why I don't do art trades or anything. That's why I never work with anybody else. If I could clone myself, that would be perfect, because I would still be working with me. So the point of the matter is you really have to respect people who cannot take your criticism, because your criticism isn't fucking helping. Okay? And sometimes you don't know what the word criticism means. So, for those of you who don't understand that some of us literally beat ourselves up mentally over the tiniest, stupidest mistakes, you need to respect other people, and don't think that just because you can take criticism well, that everybody else can. You have to think before you act. It's actually considered very rude to just give somebody criticism without asking them first. If you see something that you want to give advice on, they either have to be asking for the criticism, or you ask them if they want it. And if they don't want it, you need to say, okay, and back off. Keep your things to yourself, because chances are the artist can see them. And sometimes when I'm having trouble vectoring or something and something's just not going right, I will, and you can ask Mike, I will sit there and sing to myself, ignore it, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me, and sometimes I'll go, oh, it bothers me. And the same thing when I'm editing narrations, I'll hear these little clicks that probably no one else will be able to hear, and I'll go, just move on, Reitanna, just move on, just ignore it, I don't care, and then I care, and I have to fix it, and I stress myself over fixing it, and I'm just like, I have to be perfect. I'm not OCD, but I'm this different kind of perfectionist, because I am afraid of messing up, even though I am very aware that I am very far from a perfect being, alright? But, you know, when I noticed the mistake I made on the Minkie Pie figure, I was like, oh no. And I was like, Kara, you're an idiot. You're an absolute fucking idiot. This is your character. Did you not even look at the drawings you made of her? Did you not look at any references? Did you just think that, you know, just because she's your character, you didn't have to reference things? You didn't have to look back on the things that you know, first designed her with? You just thought you could do it from memory because you know you and your memory. Ha ha! Your stupid brain just takes away all the things that you know and love and shoves it away, shoves it in the way back, or just gets rid of it because fuck you, you decided to try and kill yourself in 2009 and just, was that worth it? Was it worth it? I don't think it was worth it. So, yeah. I don't know, even with my medication, I mean, it's easier to deal with my medication, but when I'm not on my medication, I have panic attacks over these things. I sit down and I cry because I'm just utter shit. What's the point? I'm going to die and having done all of these things, and what? Who cares? Who the fuck cares? It was just a waste of time. Nobody cares. No one's gonna remember you when you die. You know, it doesn't matter if you've drawn so much, if you've done these stupid animations, if you make these stupid stories with stupid narrations, and no one cares! No one cares because you're dead, and you're worthless, and you're a piece of fucking trash that didn't even do it right. And when you're gone, those things aren't going to matter. You're not Picasso. You're not Leonardo da Vinci. You're not Leonardo DiCaprio, like one of the greatest American actors in the world. He's American, right? He's not Canadian. I think he's American. You're not that person. You're just a little white girl who grew up with a bad childhood, who can barely afford the fucking apartment she's forced to live in, and you're absolute trash. You've done everything you can to do good things in life. You've stayed away from drugs. You haven't, you know, become an alcoholic. I don't drink at all. I admit I've tasted something out of curiosity and I did not like it. I did not like. And then there was when I was 3 years old, Erin had a glass of vodka and I was 3, so I said, Mommy, can I have a drink of your water? And she says, go ahead. Yeah. Mother of the Year award. Yeah, I'm sure she's won a lot of those. Yeah. She's so lucky she moved out of state. Anyway. And I took a drink and I spit it out and I was like, what's wrong with the water? And she's like, it's 'cause it's alcohol. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, you don't give a fucking 3-year-old fucking alcohol. I don't care if you're trying to teach them a lesson. I personally think she did that for her own goddamn amusement. Because why the fuck would you give your kid alcohol? That is so stupid. What if I had liked it? What if that was my first? What if I had liked it, and when I got into high school, I would drink with my friends, I'd go to parties? What if I became an alcoholic? What if I went out driving, and if I had ever actually learned to drive? What if I went out driving, and I got in a car crash, and I killed somebody? Because I was drunk. Oh yeah, that's my daughter. She's a murderer. She didn't even mean to do it. And it was because she was underage and she was drinking and now she's in jail. That's my daughter. I'm so proud of her because I'm a two-faced whore, alcoholic that can't stay off of drugs and can't keep her legs closed. Ugh, it's just, I have tried to be so much better than my fucking parents, my stupid ass fucking mistakes of parents who shouldn't have even had children. And I've done everything. And I am still struggling. And you want to know why? Because all this country cares about is fucking money. If you're rich, if you're upper class, you have it made and you don't even need to care about anything. But if you're middle class and below, are you working 3 jobs? Because that's probably the only way you're even going to have a small chance of getting by, especially if you live in places that are where the cost of living is so high that people cannot afford things. Like California. I want to get the fuck out of here, but you know what? I can't afford it. We can't afford it because do you know how much my rent is for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment? This apartment is so small. The kitchen is small. We've been in houses, bedrooms that are bigger than this entire apartment. And I believe we're up to over $1,300 a month for this stupid apartment. There's not even an electrical outlet in the fucking bathroom. Some of the lights don't work. You know, we've asked them to fix them and they don't come in and fix them. You know, our bathtub it slowly drains, so you can't just take a bath. I mean, I don't like baths usually, but on hot summer days and the power goes out and you kind of just want to lie in a bathtub full of freezing cold water, but you can't because it drains and somehow it moistens the carpet outside of the bathroom door, and they just keep raising it. Every time somebody moves out, they raise the rent because we have to pay for that empty apartment that no one is living in. Yeah, and every time Michael gets a raise, he's a shift lead. That's practically assistant manager. That's like I think that's actually what has replaced assistant manager. That's right below the manager. He makes over $14 an hour. Minimum wage in California right now is at $10 an hour, which is really good, you would think, but also our taxes are quite high. I don't know what the exact percentage is right now. It's gotta be over 9%, 0.9%, whatever, however that works. I don't remember how that works. It's been a while since I've worked retail. Obviously, I don't work retail anymore. And it just keeps going up. And last time he got a raise, we were like, yay, maybe we can actually get out of here sooner. And then the rent raised, and we're like, well, so much for that. And you know how much I make? Oh my god, I don't even really make that much. Let's actually see. Let's go to my dashboard, my creative studio. My estimated revenue for the last 28 days is $277.28. So, yeah, that's not even that's not even, I think that was half of what I was making at Walgreens, and I was part-time at Walgreens. I had like 20 to 30 hours a week, and I made double that every 2 weeks. So every month, you can see where that's going, if you can math better than Reitanna can math. So comparatively, I was making at least $800 a month. Now I'm making around $200, $300 if I'm lucky, $400 a month. So yeah, this is how I'm making my living. And it's hard because I know that once I get a house and once I'm in an environment where I feel more comfortable, and that is in the country. I hate the city. I fucking hate the city. I fucking hate Southern California. I hate it here. It is awful, and I never even wanted to come here in the first place. I have been forced to live here for the last 16 years. So, but I can't get out if I'm not making a lot of money, and I'm not making a lot of content on my channel because I'm unhappy. And if I were happy, my content would be better. If I had a better environment, my content would be better. If I had a bigger house, my content would be better. It's just all these things that would make my content better, especially with my happiness. And I can't do it because I'm unhappy, and I live in a fucking box where you can hear everything that goes on through these walls. So it's just like every time somebody walks by, it freaks me the fuck out. There was a helicopter night before last that was looking for somebody, and I ran up to my door and I locked it because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I just want to get the fuck out of California. I want to get the fuck out of California so that Mike and I can get our lives together. You know, he's going to be turning 30 this year. We want to get married. You know, we're not going to have a ceremony until we're nice and settled, but when we do have a ceremony, we're going to... We know how much of a scam marriage ceremonies are, as well as funerals, so we've already discussed the budget and stuff like that. So those of you who want to get married, don't buy into the scam that is these traditional American weddings, okay? It's a scam. It's a huge fucking scam. And we know about all this. We know about a lot of stuff that's really expensive that we will avoid because of knowing this stuff. But, you know, we want to get married. We've been together for a little over 7 years now. And... you know, if we've been together for 7 years, it's not going to end. If it was going to end, he would have left a long time ago. And I'm happy with him. He's happy with me. He shows it. It's amazing. With all the relationships I've had, it's incredible that I can actually feel like somebody truly does love me. And we can't do these things. We can't do these things because we don't have the money. And on my website, I have a donation button for people who want to donate whatever they can afford to, you know, whatever. That money specifically goes straight to my bank account for necessities, such as building up enough money, saving up enough money to get the fuck out of California, and in the past, to pay for my medications, we paid for the rat's cage with donated money. And that has, I still stand by the fact that saved their lives. So unfortunately, they just recently got mites, so we're taking them. I just noticed them today, but it's in the early stages of mites. So we're gonna take them to the vet tomorrow. And my poor babies are all itchy, and I'm like, what are these little red spots on your skin? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, they're moving. Oh no, there are white things stuck to your fur. Oh, you have mites! So my poor babies have to deal with one day of itch-em scratch-ems until we can take them to the vet tomorrow morning. My poor babies. But, you know, you're in good faith that everything that people... you know, it's not an obligation. It is optional, obviously. If you want to, and if you feel that you can afford it, you can donate it. You don't need a PayPal, but it donates to my PayPal account. All that money gets saved away for necessities. I don't know if you know this about me, but I hold on to money. I'm not a needless spender. To me, $10 is a lot of money because of how poor I grew up. for the time I was homeless. Thanks for, yeah, lovely, lovely mother. Oh, I just had the greatest mother in the world. Yes, I did. I grew up poor. Now I'm middle class, which isn't much better. Isn't much better. You know, when you're an adult, you don't have things just handed to you. You know, for those of you who are kids and just can't wait to grow up, no. Be a kid. Be a child. Hold your youth like it is the most valuable thing in the fucking universe. Do not try to grow up too quickly. Just take it from me, okay? If I had a choice, I would go back to being a kid, because the real world, it's not safe, it's not fun, it's not pleasant, it's not easy. Being on your own, oh yeah, real exciting. Well, can you afford it? No. And nothing is handed to you. Nothing. So, if you're a kid, stay a kid, alright? Until you have to worry about it. Don't worry about doing mature things, okay? I mean, worry about the responsibilities you have that are appropriate for your age. You know, if you're 14, you have homework, okay? Maybe you're part of the band or choir or sports. You have those responsibilities. Don't worry about trying to find a job, all right? That's not something you should worry about. You know, unless your school hires you to work in the cafeteria like they did at my school. Cool, you can do that during your lunch period for, you know, a couple of bucks or whatever. You could do chores to earn allowance. Don't worry about getting a job. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about sex, okay? Don't make the same mistake I did and lose your virginity at 14. You know, I mean, I've never gotten pregnant. I personally hope I'm infertile, because I hate kids. So, I know that sounds really bad, but you don't understand exactly what I mean when I say I hate children. It's a really complicated thing that I could go on and on about, but I'm not going to. You know, there are plenty of reasons why I don't want children, why Mike doesn't want children. Oh, I'm lucked out when I found a man who don't want kids, okay? I am so glad we're on the same page for that one. But if you want to donate, all of that does go to necessities. I'm not gonna go out shopping with it. Oh my god! I can't even remember the last time I bought myself something just to buy myself something. Everything I buy is food and stuff for the rats, and just necessities, you know? I'm still waiting for Michael to tell me what he wants for Pizza and Presents Day, so... But if it's anything like last year, he'll just say, don't worry about it, and he'll leave me guilty for the entire year until next Pizza and Presents Day. Oh man, I've rambled on. I'm sorry. if any of you guys out there know a girl, well enough, like if you have a sister or a mother or a girl you live with, that gets this way, you know, I rant a lot anyway. I have a lot to say, but when they're just moody for no reason, you know, unless they're one of those girls who are just moody for no reason anyway, like all the time, like, oh my god, does this dress make me look fat? And you're like an ass man and you like big butts and you want to tell her that your butt looks big in that dress, which would, to you, would be a compliment. You know, to me it would be a compliment too, because my boyfriend's an ass man. But to her, she's like, are you saying I'm fat? Oh my god, like, are you attracted to, like, girls younger than me? Like, oh my god, I don't even want to talk to you. Oh my god, I throw things at you. You're just a horrible, horrible guy. And you're sitting there like, men, we don't know what we did. Women. Anyway. So, yeah. go to my website and donate something. Please, if you can, please, $1. I don't care. I don't fucking care. It's going towards my Get the Fuck Out of California fund. And the sooner we get the fuck out of California, the sooner I can be a little more happy. I can actually get myself happy. I hate it here. I'm not claustrophobic, but this place is so small and it's so messy, and I just don't. We have too many things because I make things. And all my shelves have these little trinkets, and I just can't, and just, we need more space. We need more space, so I could get back to doing the weekly videos with the skits and the stuff, and we'd have a yard, and it would be nice, and just so much more space for things. I could actually get a green screen, my content would get better, and it would all pay for itself. You know? I want to get fan funding set up on my channel, but I'm not sure how. I need Michael for that. And I did start a Patreon, but I'm going to be honest, as soon as I started it, I haven't checked it ever since, because I'm scared to death at the reward system. I always think, like, they donate this much, so I have to give this back to them, but what if I don't? What if I don't do it, and what if they don't get it, and I just disappoint so many people? So I haven't even gone on to Patreon to delete my Patreon. So it's just the whole social anxiety thing again, and that's why I don't sell anything on my Etsy anymore, because I took too long for my last 2 orders, and I had to apologize in the note that I sent them, because I always wrap up the thing that they bought as a little present with a little customized note that I write specifically for them, handwritten. And ever since then, it was so late. Ever since then, I stopped selling things on my Etsy because I'm scared, you know? I just don't trust myself. This is why I don't schedule things, why I don't schedule videos, why I don't tell you the next Muffins narration is coming on this date, which is why I say the next Muffins narration will be here at some point. That is not a joke, okay? It's not a troll. It's the absolute truth. At some point. And I'm in a really bad rut, and it doesn't help that 2016 has been, from what I've heard from everybody else, it's not just me, the worst year in history. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's a little bit of an over-exaggeration. You know, we could go back in history and think of all these things, like, what about this year? You know, there was a war, Reitanna. You can't say 2016 is the worst, oh my god, but it's pretty goddamn bad, you know. And it's the worst year in my life. I have pretty bad years, but this has got to be one of the worst years of my life. I can think of things that could have made it even worse, but I'm not the only one who just wants to say, fuck 2016, okay? So, yeah. If you're not sure where my website is, there's a link to it on my channel, and the link is also in the description of practically every single video. So, you know, and don't, like I said, this is totally optional. Don't feel like, oh, well, she's struggling, I have to donate, even though that, you know, I'm struggling too. If you're struggling, don't do it, okay? You gotta make a smart financial decision. Like, I donated to Wikipedia, but I could only donate $5 because, you know, that's all I could afford. And not even a monthly donation, just that one donation. You know, if you cannot donate, don't, alright? If you don't want to donate, don't, alright? This is not some kind of, like, guilt thing or anything, no sympathy or pity thing. You guys know I hate that, alright? If you want to, cool. If you do, cool. If you don't, cool. If you can't afford it, cool. Doesn't matter. You just keep doing you. You do you, I'll do me, and we'll both do each other. Wait, what? I don't remember where that's from, but it was funny. Other than that, just keep supporting me by sharing my videos with people, watching my videos, clicking that goddamn notification bell, and all that. And I know these rants go way too long much longer than they need to, so I'm gonna wrap this up, okay? All the support I really need is you're doing a good job, Reitanna. Just keep on keeping on. So, yep. And, there's not gonna be a Christmas song parody this year. I'm just too swamped in my own shit right now. Reitanna, that's disgusting, I know. I am gonna do something for Christmas, pizza and presents day, but it's not going to be Christmassy and all cheery, because I fucking hate Christmas. That's why I celebrate pizza and presents day. I do have stuff for mail time, so that might be one of the things I do. So for those of you who have sent me mail and I haven't opened it yet, it's here, okay? It hasn't gotten lost. And my face is still healing. It's looking a lot better. My face is still healing, and if I can keep being good and not picking, then my face will be good enough to put makeup on and show on camera. So, yeah, like, oh my god. I don't know why I did that, because I was, like, sarcastic, like, oh my god. You know, like little teenagers, like, roll eyes. Oh my god, like, oh my god. I saw the cutest boy. Anyway, yeah, so if you listened this far, thank you. Alright? If you stopped after the Minkie Pie stuff, cool. Just leave a like, subscribe or something, and see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Bye!